Welcome to Tuesday, baby. Oh, everyone, wherever you are, you're on the high energy, intensity, and idiocy of the incredibly Clark the Shark talk radio fiasco. It's not a radio show, you guys. It's a fiasco because today it's all fucked up. And I'm going to review the debut album by Douche Asshole. Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. 1973, recorded in 1972 on Columbia Records. Douche Asshole. Now, this guy had great albums, you guys, for about, 3-4 albums. And then he started to really fucking suck and got really lame. But when he did get lame, he got huge. And I actually went to a concert, I think it was 1985, that big tour when he was all over MTV and he got really huge. He was already really huge before that at the arena level, you guys. But when he was like putting out like Glory Days, suck a cock, Glory Days. In the gleam of a young girl's, oh, hey, throw the fastball by ya and make you look like a fool. You know, when he started doing all that shit, he was already huge. He didn't need to sell out and do that fucking lame album, you guys. I don't even know what it was called, like mid-'80s MTV. Remember when like Madonna was big and the king of schlock, Michael Pedophile was huge. The big beat, the big dance beats in the mid-'80s. Well, you guys know the Douche Asshole couldn't just sit idly by and let that all go down and happen without him. No way, baby. Right here on the Clark the Shark show. He had to sell out too, like everyone else in the fucking 80s, and put out fucking horrible, lame, worthless shit. Right here on the Clark the Shark show, 1-800-449-8255 from the amazing golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone, you guys. I speak into a Sharkerphone because it's solid gold. It was really given to me by Mario Lopez, you guys. I don't care what all of you are saying out there. I get all these emails where people are like, you claim Sharky, you're better looking and more talented than Mario Lopez from TMZ or Entertainment Tonight or whatever, dude. I just know he's like, Mr. Belding. Remember that show, you guys? That's how I know Mario Lopez. Saved by the Bell with Tiffany Amber Thiessen, whatever her name was. I loved her, by the way. Who was the black chick on the show, like Tootie or something? I loved Tootie and Screech. But Mr. Belding is always like, the main character on Saved by the Bell, not Mario Lopez. And I don't like the way he claims he's bigger, better, more talented now than Clark the Shark. I'm having a lot of competition here, you guys. There really is only about 3 people better, funnier, more ironic, and more irreverent than yours truly, Clark the Shark. One of them is Eddie Canastrossi. The other is Dr. Demento. And possibly there might be another named Mario Lopez, but I'm going to keep him off the list for now. He kind of goes on and off the list. But baby, it's hard to be better and more clever, funnier, trickier, and faster than I, yours truly, the Sharkalama Ding Dong, the Sharkadoodle Doo, right here from the golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's just hard to do, you guys, because I'm fucking amazing, baby. And when I'm talking about Douche Asshole, greetings from Asbury Park, NJ, 1973, the debut album from Douche. I'm talking about a pretty fucking good album here, you guys. And believe you me, I don't like Douche Asshole at all. I fucking hate this guy. The first 4 albums are amazing. They're really good, you guys. And I want to fucking hate this guy, but I can't. It's kind of like Don Henley, you know, the Eagles. I want to fucking hate his guts. Now, he did write me an email, you guys, and he apologized for the other day when he was at my house. You know, he had actually, it was a counterfeit golden EIB Sharker phone. It was a replica. And that's why I got mad. And we had all this controversy because Don Henley was just kidding around. I didn't know Don had a sense of humor, you guys. When he was at my house, he was trying to be funny. He was throwing me a replica, like a counterfeit, or, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? It was like a template of a fucking EIB golden Sharker phone, you know, like the one Hush Bimbo speaks into with only like one half of his brain behind his back. He could beat anybody, you know. He's like the great one, Mark Levin. And get off my show, Sharky. You don't know anything about Douche, Asshole, the debut review. You never know what you're talking about. Never. I'm like, look, Mark Levin, the great one, or that other great one, Wayne Gretzky. I don't give a flying fuck what you guys think at your microphones, because those are microphones. They're not Sharkerphones, baby, where I'm talking about greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. Douche, Asshole, one of the greatest artists ever since Don Henley, you guys. Douche fucking Asshole. I admit it. He's talented. You know, he's got this thing, you know, that's like this sexy guy thing, like where he's out there with a Fender Telecaster rocking the stage and all the girls are going crazy. That's kind of like me, though, Clark the Shark. There's no shortage of girls here that are madly in love with yours truly, your humble servant, your DJ, MC, whatever I am, from the Sharkerphone, not a microphone, baby. There's girls that actually email me, and they're like, Sharky, I go in the bathroom, and I think about you. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude, that's fucking creepy. I'm like, what? That's creepy. And they're like, no, it's beautiful. I'm like, I don't want you guys or gals going in no bathroom thinking about Clark the Shark, because I was in my bathroom, drank too much Folgers, and I saw Glenn Fry, the ghost of which, and he was telling me, you know, never mind Don Henley, the fucking asshole, comes to my fucking house last week and makes a big scene. The police were here, the whole fucking 9 yards, you guys. It was ugly, but it's okay, because today I ain't talking about Don Henley no more. I'm talking about Douche, Asshole. Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey, the debut album, 1973. I love this album, you guys. It really is technically good. It's brilliant. Great songs, melodic. It's got it all. And I love anything from 1973, you guys. The Who, Quadrophenia, you know, the Stones, Goat's Head Soup, and dude, it's a great year for music. I admit music was getting a little boring. It wasn't as good as the 60s, but it was still really good. And another sad thing about 1973, you guys, is Jim Croce died that year. That's really sad. But there were some great albums, you know, released by everybody. It was a great year. I love the 70s, you guys. I know you guys know that I love the 60s, but I love the 70s, you know, all from every bit of it, even the punk rock, you know, late 70s. I love it, but I don't love it any more or less, about equal to the way I love Douche, Asshole, this incredible artist with this amazing album, you guys. Quite frankly, this is awesome. Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ, 1973, Columbia Records. How this guy was doing incredible music in the 70s, and then he just did fucking shitty, terrible stuff like Born in the USA in the 80s. It's just sad, you guys. I think Madonna, the king of schlock, the king of pop, whatever the fuck his name was, Michael Pedophile. There were a lot of people in the 80s putting out shitty big beat. Like, remember that snare? They just put all that slap and all that reverb. I don't know, dude. It was like fucking gated reverb or just this big slap of power they would put on 80s snare sound in the studio. And to me, Clark the Shark, I thought it sounded like shit. I hated that big snare sound. And of course, Douche Asshole would be no exception. His albums had that where, you know, the mighty Max Weinberg's drumming was destroyed and drowned in effects of, you know, that big snare shit that was hip at the time, you know, in the 80s. And that one fucking album, I'm Born in the fucking Douche SA, whatever, fucking hate that album. But I love this album, you guys. Douche Asshole, 1973, the debut, Greetings from Asbury Park. This is incredible. The guy, I have to admit, he was talented. He was visionary. I don't always agree with his politics. You know, the stars, I don't really care what they say. All Music gives it a 5, you know. Encyclopedia of Popular Music, 4 out of 5. Q only gives it a 3. And then Rolling Stone, shockingly, surprisingly, you guys, only gives it a 3 out of 5. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with Rolling Stone? What is up their ass? What do they got against Douche Asshole? You would think they would fucking love this guy and be creaming all over this album. But no, you know, the geniuses at Rolling Stone only give it a 3 out of 5. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. You know, there's something wrong with Rolling Stone magazine, whatever it is. They've always, you know, they don't impress me the way they gush all over, you know, The Who and Lou Reed and David Bowie. But then when something isn't quite yet well known, you know, they put their finger in the wind or something. They're like one of those. You know, and like, dude, do you think it's cool? What does Iggy Pop think of it? Well, we got to get Iggy Pop's opinion. Like, they always got to put their finger in the wind and get an opinion or something. They can't formulate their own opinion. Back in the 70s, 60s, or whenever, they call themselves such genius visionaries of a magazine. And yet, I don't know if Lester Bangs ever wrote for them. It was before my time, you guys. I think he did. But Lester Bangs, I'm pretty sure, had the vision to sort of like Led Zeppelin and hate them at the same time. That's kind of like me, Clark the Shark. Rolling Stone just fucking hated Zeppelin, you guys. I mean, me, Clark the Shark, if I hate Zeppelin, that's okay. Because I'm going to have reasons, and I'm going to have line by line shit why I hate Zeppelin. I'm going to be like, you know, they're not as funny as Zappa. You know, they're not as clever as Lou Reed or Bowie or The Who. They may be great musicians, but they can't fucking write songs to save their dick. Rolling Stone doesn't really do that. There's just like, we hate Zeppelin because we want you to hate Zeppelin. We think it's cool to hate Zeppelin. That's not the fucking reason you hate Zeppelin, Rolling Stone. I mean, even Lester Bangs, I think he was a Cream, even he had the foresight to see, come on, I mean, they're good, they're great musicians. I mean, the songs aren't the greatest, but there's definitely something there that people want to buy. You know, just say that. That's the truth. You fucking say that. The truth is the best policy. Bait the hook with your heart. It's gonna go good. And I don't just say that to Rolling Stone. I say that today to today's people, liberals and Republicans on both sides of the aisle. Tell the truth. Don't try to pander to certain demos and all that shit. Don't ever pander. You got to be like me, Clark the Shark, because I don't give a flying fuck who likes me or if I'm homeless. Or I'm going to go down telling the truth, you guys. And right now, the fucking truth is Rolling Stone can suck a fucking dick. Always. From 1967 or 68, whenever they started, right through to today. I don't like their liberal kowtowing or whatever it is they did or do, even now today. I don't fucking like them. I don't like their opinions on anything, even when they get it right here on the Clark the Shark extravaganza. It's not a talk radio show, you guys. It's an extravaganza show. And they got douche asshole wrong here. 1973, Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. Rolling Stone, 3 out of 5. That's what they gave douche asshole. I mean, you guys are fucking dead wrong right there. You didn't get it right. You didn't get Zeppelin right. The only reason you got the Who right is because Pete Townsend and Keith Moon really were rock gods. But honestly, dude, let me break down a VR right here. Keith Moon is no John Bonham. And Pete Townsend, great as he is no Jimmy Page. So you guys got to work that quirk out there, Rolling Stone. The Who are fucking awesome rock stars, you know, with great songs on the radio. They might even be great live, but they're fucking not Zeppelin, Rolling Stone. I mean, get it right and tell the truth. I tell the truth right here on the amazing Clark the Shark Show. If I say something's bad or good, I'm going to break down why. I'm not just going to be like making up lies about you and getting a restraining order on you or some shit using vague, bullshit. I'm not going to do that. Clark the Shark doesn't do that. 1-800-449-8255. But let's break down Greetings from Asbury Park by Douche Asshole. Of course, the first song on side one, Blinded by the Light, later on redone much better by Manfred Mann. You know, you guys, I'm just going to tell it like it is. But that version would not exist without this version, you guys. I don't really like Douche Asshole's version, I'm going to be honest. It's good. It's solid. It's just mediocre, okay, leaning towards good. It's good, you know. But I think it was Manfred Mann's Earth Band, or maybe just Manfred Mann, some variation of solo. I'm not sure. But of course, their fucking version, you guys, is amazing. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, Blinded by the Light by Douche Asshole. Growing Up, of course, awesome. Killer song. You almost can't improve. You can't improve on Douche's version. No way, dude. Growing Up is fucking amazing. And Mary Queen of Arkansas, awesome. The side one of this is incredible, you guys. That's probably the best song on the album. Track number 3, Mary Queen of Arkansas, amazing. Does This Bus Stop at 82nd Street? He's fucking around there, but I love it. I understand it. Clark the Shark, you know. It's like that. It's like maybe a little moody thing. Like, remember later on, he's like, do, 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 do. Hey, little girl, is you do, do, do. Did he go and leave you? That's kind of like the beginnings of that, maybe. I could be right or wrong there. Lost in the Flood, though. That's fucking amazing, you guys. Douche Asshole is more than showing promise on side one of this asshole album, you guys. The debut in 1973. And then side 2, of course, you guys. The Angel, good shit. You know, kind of mediocre. I don't care. He's trying new things. This was a new sound at the time for you. That's really good, you guys. I want you to buy this album just for track number 2, side 2, For You. I love that. And Spirit in the Night. Good shit. Good shit, dude. Solid. Maybe not like the best of Douche Asshole, this album, but this is the beginnings, you guys, where he's formulating these ideas. And it's hard to be a saint in the city, of course, redone by David Bowie, even better. But it's an awesome version here from Douche Asshole. I love that song. I love this version, you guys. I would have loved to see maybe the Eagles and Don Douche, the fucking creep Don Henley. I could hear him singing It's Hard to Be a Saint in the City. It could be that they did cover it, or maybe Don Douche did his own tribute version of that. I'm not sure, you guys, but I know the David Bowie version is fucking awesome. It is amazing. But so is the version right here on the debut album, 1973, from Douche Asshole, Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. Fucking amazing, you guys. This album's incredible. I'm not going to dick around here, you guys. Seriously. This album is one of my favorite albums of all times. All times plural, not all time. I love this, and I love the next album after it, you guys. I'm afraid to admit that to people that I love Douche Asshole. In the South Bay, you know, growing up listening to punk, you know, like Black Flag and all that shit, and punk rock out of Flipside, I couldn't go up to people and go, you guys, dude, I gotta admit something to all of you. I like Douche Asshole. He's fucking amazing. I couldn't say that, you guys. You just couldn't do that if you're into punk rock or, you know, all the other music I'm into. You know, Frank Zappa and all that shit, or progressive rock. I couldn't go around all, hey, you guys, everyone, I love Douche Asshole. He's fucking amazing. You got to check out the debut album, at least, Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. This album's incredible. You know, people would laugh in the South Bay. They'd be like, shut up. There was one guy I knew in Redondo, Torrance, way back in the day, a guy they called Joe Groovy Dude. We would drink, you know, hang out on Avenue G, just getting fucked up. And he loved not only Douche Asshole, but he liked John Cougar Melonhead, or whatever the fuck his name was, too. Also, you guys, this guy loved really lame music, and he was like committed to it. He had little demos of his own original songs that were like tributes to like John Cougar and Douche Asshole. I would listen to these tapes by Joe Groovy Dude, and I couldn't differentiate or discern a difference. I'm like, dude, you are a genuine tribute to these really fucking lame artists, aren't you? And he'd be just getting fucked up like, come on, Sharky, have another beer. Let's listen to some Douche Asshole. And I remember, dude, I wanted to take like a radioactive bath after hanging out with this guy with just the best brown radioactive soap I could fucking possibly buy at like Ralph's or Stater Brothers or the dog soap, you guys. But I hung out with this guy for a long time. Him and me even jammed, and we got this incredible band going called the CVB, the Christine Valley Band. And it was me, Joe Groovy Dude, and a guy named John Hall. And I'll never forget, we were playing a gig somewhere. I must have been in 50 bands, you guys, on drums. And some on guitar, too, you guys. I was like a jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife kind of guy. You know me, Clark the Shark. I got to be the number one guy in the crowd, or give me that fucking instrument. Let me wow the crowd. I'm that guy. I'm really not like an extrovert like that in my everyday life. I'm like an introvert. But when I hung out with Joe Groovy Dude, I had to outdo him or something. And we would battle for who would, when we're on stage, like who gets more attention. And I'll never forget, the guy John Hall just collapsed on stage. We were just a three-piece, you know, up there playing in the 80s, you know, like 1986. And this fucking guy just literally dropped on stage. I never forgot it. He was so drunk. And that was the end of the gig, you guys. That was it. I've got many more stories from the South Bay. But I think we either called 911 or something. I don't remember. I remember the guy just laid out, not moving. And we threw like ice on him and the whole bit. And he wouldn't wake up. But eventually he did, you know, or at least that's what I heard, I hope. But anyway, I had a fun time in the 80s playing with hundreds of bands. You know, everyone calling me, wanting Sharky to drum with them. And, you know, me, I had my secret dreams of being my own rock star, the front man on guitar with GE, which I eventually did. And now all of you are rocking all those songs. And many of you email me and you're like, we can't believe you were ever just a drummer. And, you know, talk to the South Bay, you guys, Redondo, Torrance, Hermosa Beach. Even to this day, they know me, yours truly, Clark the Shark, as a drummer. They don't even accept me as all that other shit on the internet. You know, the singer-songwriter guy up front with Ted, you know, the red-haired guy with the big bun of red hair. They don't even fucking accept that, you guys. They just accept the drummer, like, oh, Clark the Shark, he's like Keith Moon, Neil Peart, amazing drummer, Ginger Baker, drummer, John Bonham, drummer, Sharky. That's who we know in the South Bay. But me, Clark the Shark, I know Douche Asshole, this artist from New Jersey or wherever he's from. Greetings from Asbury Park, 1973. Good, solid album, great music here. I want to hate it, but I can't. And I say that about the next 4 albums after this one. This guy got really big at the arena level in the 70s, but then he went huge, you guys, playing like the LA Coliseum and Dodger Stadium, and he just got big, like Madonna or something in the 80s. That can be both good and bad. In the case of Douche Asshole, I think it was bad because Born in the USA and all that fucking shit is kind of fucking crappy. It's not as good as this. No way. This is an amazing album that I want you to buy. If you're only 16 years old today in 2024 and you were born long after 9/11, that day when Mohammed Atta and those terrorists from Al-Qaeda, they blew up the Twin Towers right near me, Clark the Shark, New York, WABC radio. They took those down to the ground, you guys. And your liberal Democrat teacher hasn't taught you about 9/11 correctly. You, young person, you're only 16. I want you to go get into Douche Asshole and buy this album right here. Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ. Because although the guy's a fucking dick, like Don Henley, this fucking album's amazing. And buy the next 4, maybe 3 albums after this one. And then write him an email and go, dude, you were really good in the 70s. Why did you fucking suck in the 80s? And he'll be like, well, little town with a town to do. Little girl is your dad at home. Suck a cock. Suck a mighty dick. That's all they'll fucking say, dude. He'll send you an email or has a little, like a little MP3 with it, Douche Asshole. Dude, they all sold out in the 80s to make money. Let's be honest. Madonna, Michael Pedophile, that big beat drumming, big thing, bigger than an arena, the LA Coliseum size sellout. That's what they all did, you guys, to make big money. You could blame Mick and the Stones maybe, or the Who themselves. Who knows? Dirk McQuickley perhaps, but selling out is something that I don't like, but sometimes, to make that big money, it's what you got to do. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. In the case of Douche Asshole, I don't think it was a good thing. I think these 70s albums were meat and potatoes. They were good. Even Darkness on the Edge of Town is good, you guys. After that, he fucking sucks. But I want you to buy this album. If you're a young person, definitely get into this and the other albums after it. Like I said, your liberal Democrat teacher ain't teaching you correctly about 9/11. They're teaching you, that America deserved it and all that shit. And that might be true or untrue. Or maybe Hannity is saying, vote for Trump or vote for Reagan or, vote for Bush or vote for the right wing, because of 9/11. Come on, you gotta. Fox News says you gotta. All those blonde women at Fox, that sleep with dogs. They're like, you got to. If you vote Republican, we'll make love to you. Don't listen to Douche Asshole. He's anti-American. I do think Douche Asshole is a little anti-American, you guys, but it doesn't matter. He's a little pro-American, too. It's kind of confusing. He's got his own vision. It's unique for America. He's a liberal Democrat piece of shit and all that, but still, there's something Americana, Midwest, or something that people from Ohio can sink their teeth into here. And go ahead and fucking buy it. I don't care, but don't buy Don Henley right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Don't buy John Cougar either. I hate that fucking shit. From the Golden EIB Sharkerphone, the Wolfman Jack on crack. You just got the only review that you will ever want or you will ever need of this atmospheric, groundbreaking album that really sounds like nothing ever before it at the time, you guys. This was an invention. This was creative, an origination. It was original. I can't really think of anything this is copying. it was creating a whole new sound that really has never been duplicated either. There's been bands who've tried, or, people like John Cougar Melonhead who've tried, but they can't. You cannot emulate the sound of Douche Asshole. These two original, you guys. You might be able to copy, Don Douchebag Henley or the Eagles. You can't fucking copy this, particularly this album. This is really unique, and that's why I want you to buy it. 1973, the debut album from Douche Asshole. Get it today, you guys, and fucking play it. It's pretty good. And I'm out of here. Peace.